until this will get to the finish line and
yes.
the research center will be finished. How are they diagnostic?
They're using the reactives and the microscope, but they have to do it by hand.
Okay.
In other words, the couple that's working there, so his wife, the biologist, specialist, they have to check every cell manually.
Every
one after the other, yeah.
I understand.
With a platform attached to the microscope, it's done automatic.
Mm-hmm. So it takes a shorter time.
Yes.
And it's more accurate.
And it's more accurate. Definitely more accurate, So we already have the one we want to get, but definitely we will make sure that we will not buy it ourselves. We will buy it together with the team there. Mm-hmm. But the Zeiss
so
equipment.
There are only 2 people that are diagnosing leukemia.
They have 5 labs in Fundem, in the section of oncology. In the Fundem, they have 5 labs, but there is only 1 lab that takes care of molecular genetic, and that's the one we're working with.
Yes. So.
But what's very interesting, just for example, out of curiosity, for example, the strabismus program. So what we did when we started with Sector 3. Because that's where we have our headquarters. So we went to the Sector 3, we made a collaboration with the Child Protection Agency, and a collaboration contract. And we took all the children that are from social families or from orphanages, and that have strabismus, and we treat them all. When they finish, we move to Sector 4, then we move to Sector 6. We're also open in Craiova. Worked with Craiova, and now last week I went to Pitești to meet the head of the DPC in Pitești, very, very good man, and we made a contract, and now we're treating the children from Pitești. So what we do when we have this program, it's a year program. So first they have the checkup. Now maybe they need an operation, so if they have the operation, they're hospitalized for 24 hours, then they have 1 more checkup after. And within the next year, they have 3 more checkups to make sure it's okay. If they need glasses, we also provide the right glasses, everything for free. They do not pay anything. We just ask them to take care of the transport and to come with the right paperwork. In other words, the mayor has to sign if he has no parents, the parents have to sign to be able to be treated. And what we did, which was very interesting, is that we realized, of course, we get attached to the children, of course. Because some of them, they are like, they cannot believe. You see them after the operation, it's like a dream for them to be able to see, right. So we developed a social program, we included them in our social program. So every month, we make sure they get, boxes of food and things, or if they need something for their children, maybe a computer or swimming lessons or, things like this. We also take care of this. We include them one by one family at a time, in this social program. So, like I said, we started with 1 orphanage helping with food, and then little by little our program grew, social program, medical program, educational program, and so on. We little by little, and now we have this campaign. And we hope this is just the beginning.
Yes,
to make things better in the medical system.
Yes, that was exactly what I was thinking about. What would be the next steps? Because, as you said, in order to change things, there is a plan. Besides the radius one,
yes.
You have the middle and start talking to other people and getting them involved. Are you thinking about getting more involved in the medical part? In helping people, or maybe in education or other areas?
Yes.
Because there are a lot of areas that need
improvement.
Yes.
One, it's also important the change of mentality in our medical system in Romania. We need to move forward. We cannot continue to operate the way we do. The social coverage should be for everyone, and it shouldn't have to be bought or you know, I mean, you probably know more than me all the stories that can come out, and we can build on this, you know. This is a small endeavor. The other one is bigger because it comes a little bit under the structure of the way things are done. But I think if there is enough people that want to move forward, I think there is hope to do better.
I'm curious about something. I'm not trying to be on the negative side, but human behavior is really interesting. Well, have you met people, well, I'm pretty sure you have, that said, why should I give money for this? Why isn't the government taking care of this? Or why should I be responsible for this?
Well, I think that probably that's what most people that do not get involved think. You know? Yes. It's in a way, it's a way that it's also a mentality. When people talk, they constantly are negative and blame everybody else. They start with their relatives or their friends or the parents or the teachers at school, and the company, the boss, and you finish by the government. It's always somebody else's fault. So of course these people, they do not have the means to see anything. They don't have the power to turn things around. They need help.
Yes, they need some positive.
And also I think it's like we said in the beginning, it depends on your perspective of life. If you understand that, okay, you're here for X number of years, and then you move on to the next life. I had, to be honest, I didn't really know much about the country, you know.
Yeah, that's the general idea. Where is it? Somewhere.
Well, I knew because I traveled through Europe when I was a young man, but I didn't know any background or any history, or I was blank, you know.
I think it's really great what you're doing with these programs and helping children, especially. That's really great. And and I read that you helped with flood
Relief?
Yes, people that were affected by the flood.
Well, I think it was at the time of we had a big flood in the Valencia area.
Yes, and in that area of the country, it's
Yes.
actually every year over there.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's interesting. It's like our project, the way it started. You know, we were talking, and one of our friends said, "Oh, are you planning to do something about the people that lost everything in the flood?" So the next day we had a board meeting, and we said, "Hey, maybe we should do something." So what we did is we made a plan.
Yes,
we probably do.
the plan.
Project plan. And then we got the truck and we filled it up. First it was a 5-ton truck, and then we made another trip with a 20-ton truck. And it was amazing to see how sometimes you see this is a principle that many people don't understand. Like we didn't have anything to fill up that truck, but we knew that it was our responsibility to try to do something, and we felt at peace with it, that that's what we should do. And when we started to approach different companies and explain what we wanted to do, the truck was filled up in 2 days, you know. And some people even bought lots. We had to make actually a little agreement with Sailboat, because at that time we used Sailboat, to be able to park our truck there, to load straight into the truck, and we made the trip. And it was when we got to the villages, and we gave out. It was like a really extraordinary day, to be able to help all these people. And I feel this is something that has been a pattern a little bit. Like now for Easter, we organized Easter for over 430 children and 50 families. That's a lot of packets, that's a lot of things to give. And everything we give, of course, we try to make it as copious and as big, as healthy and new as possible, because also it's our name of our association, and we want to do things right and good. But it was the same. 2 weeks before Easter, we didn't have so much to give. But the more you give, the more you get. And I think it's in all aspects of our life. You cannot help everybody. It's not possible. But definitely, you can help the people you suddenly are in touch with that are needy. Like that story. Probably you've heard it before, but this man was in vacation in Cancun. You know the story? He was in vacation in Cancun, and he saw this Mexican man walking on the beach. And on the beach there was also starfish that are bought with a tie. And of course they die on the beach because they cannot go back. And he saw him throwing things in the water, and he got closer, he realized he's picking up starfish and throwing them. So he said, what are you doing? There is millions of starfish, and there is hundreds of kilometers of beaches. You think you're going to make a difference? And it's very interesting, because the old man picked up that starfish, threw it in the water, and said, to that one, it will make a difference. And our life is like this. To that person that you gave a smile, you show you care, you show interest, you helped. You made a difference. And that difference, you don't know how far it will go. Because one day someone reached out to me. When my life changed, they didn't know what was going to happen. But my life changed, and because my life changed, I think thousands and thousands of lives were touched. Not because of me, but because of that spirit, that love that was given to me. And I felt, now this is my responsibility, not even with the mind, but with the heart. How can I live my life not giving to others when I have received so much? And I think this is the starting point of everything. It has to be a personal choice, that you believe that's what you should do. And not just, on Sunday morning in front of a choir, but all week long, in wherever you are. We all have a mission. We all have a message. We all can give something. We all have something to give.